Across YouTube, there are thousands of videos portraying ghosts, conspiracies, and the paranormal. A crow and his friends will watch and dissect these videos in search of the truth. This is Corvids, Creepers, and Conspiracies.
See, I want you to shut the fuck up. That's a cool intro. I like that intro. I'm proud of that intro.
You should be proud of that intro.
Listen,
okay.
We
could talk about how proud you are.
You did make me laugh. Millie does make me laugh. Yeah, so.
Well, you should be proud of that intro, though. That was a very good intro.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. I'm proud of this show. I like to. Anyway, welcome to the third episode of Corvids Creepers and Conspiracies. I am your host, Corvids Twig, and today we're gonna watch a video on YouTube, and I've never seen it before. The disclaimer, of course, is that I have not watched these ahead of time, so I am not responsible for any content. But it's on YouTube, so it's probably pretty safe. But,
We'll hold you responsible anyway.
Yeah,
The children will remember, and they will hold you responsible years from now down the line.
Yeah,
They'll make documentaries about how
children
much therapy they need because you didn't watch a single fucking video ahead of time.
yeah, probably.
I never watch a video ahead of time, so it's always a surprise.
Yeah. Well, I mean, come on. How can I do a proper reaction if I've watched it
This
ahead
is
of
true.
time? You know,
That is true.
we want to maintain the integrity of this show as if that's something.
We don't
that
need
I
that.
ever had.
I've never needed integrity. It's never done me any good.
But anyway, you may see three lovely people to, well, I suppose my left, your right. And in order from left to right that y'all can see, we have Lilith. They are, what, a demon?
Yes, I am your demon of knowledge.
Ooh.
I
And
hope that
is
those are
Snack.
like special VR like blindfolds you're wearing, because otherwise it's going to be really hard for you to see the video.
Oh, don't worry. I have other ways of perceiving.
Okay, that's cool. I also, okay, Luna, I'm afraid you and I are vastly outnumbered in the number of arms department here today.
Yeah.
Because the delightful plant lady in between the other two is, of course, Millie Mizuame, which, if you're a fan of Corvids Twig TV, or you know Millie. We love Millie.
Will we call those hands, or are those just extra mouths?
They go directly to my tum-tum. So it's, imagine if my stomach had its own, like, direct to DVD, like, pipeline.
If you have like a really frightening G tube.
Okay, if it has a mouth, if it has a mouth on the end of it and it connects to your digestive tract, is it still considered a limb?
It's a good question.
I think limbs have to have bones in order to count as limbs. These are really just glorified intestines that shoot out of my back.
Okay.
So you have external organs.
If I have to digest shit, this is how I do it. I just plant one of those mouths on there because it doesn't have taste buds.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah.
And of course, on the right, we have
Life of a plant is not glamorous.
we have our favorite alien on the right, Luna Miuria. Miuria?
On the right of
Miuria.
the screen, not the right of the political spectrum. I'm very much
Correct.
Yeah, we're all
Alien Luna has only 2 arms, yes.
We're all anarcho-capitalists here, right?
That's right. We're all filthy commie breds.
Libertarians.
Libertarian
To be
Green
fair,
Party.
anything left of hunting the homeless and less fortunate for sport is considered like extremist left.
Yeah,
according to
in this
the
country,
extremist right.
anyway.
Correct. However, also do not lump me in with libertarians. Absolutely not.
Yeah, like I say, it's like, oh, you're for small government, so am I. No, you're a libertarian. I'm an anarchist. Get the fuck.
Yep.
There's a very big difference.
We are not the same.
Yeah, you think
We
it's
are
bad
different.
when the government helps people. I think it's bad when the government hurts people. We are not the same.
That's right.
But today we're going to be watching a video and discussing it and riffing on it. And this one, it says 11 mysterious videos. So I'm gonna grab
that cannot be explained. I don't know. I take that challenge.
Well, that's
I
the thing,
love,
it's
I
just
love,
like-
I love debunking the shit out of these things. As much as I love ghost videos, I love debunking the shit out of them. You know, they're it's
As
fun.
you should.
We should just do this with our own clips. Just like make all of our clips and just be like 10 mysterious videos that cannot be explained, and it's just clips of us.
No, that's just me. That's just me
See,
being an asshole.
I do.
See, the problem is that we have an easy explanation. There's not a single brain cell shared between us.
Mom
That's
said
right.
it's my turn with the neurons.
I'm the crow. I have all the brain wrinkles.
You do.
All the brain wrinkles.
That's good, because I've got the brain of a koala.
We could also watch one of those 10 questions atheists cannot answer, and then they're all like the most basic shit that's super easy to answer. Yeah.
Hey,
10 questions.
Hey,
atheists
If we evolved from apes, why are there still apes?
Because we didn't, you fuck.
Actually, well, the one thing I always like to hit people with is like, humans are apes.
Well,
Like,
right.
We're still there.
Definition.
We're just
we are in
you know,
fact apes,
We're
and
just
also,
another ape.
also, do you not understand what a shared ancestor means?
No, they don't. They
No,
don't.
because these are the same people that marry their cousins, so they don't care about ancestry.
Sweet home
I'm aware.
Alabama.
Also, isn't like 20% of the country like functionally illiterate anyway?
I believe it.
Yeah.
Mhm. TikTok went away for 15 minutes and then came back.
Yeah.
And now we're safe.
I have
Wow.
opinions
Before
on
we
that
get started,
bullshit.
Everybody, we've got a raid from Susie to Silky.
Whoa, we got
Hey!
it.
Susie.
Hello, Raiders!
We are so happy to have
Hello.
Susie. Susie, were you still playing? I know you've been playing Subnautica. Were you still playing Subnautica? Doing the Nautica of the sub?
Under the
Fish,
sea, the
fish,
horrors
nice.
beneath the sea.
Susie, I
Susie-
brought you some mealworms. Would you like
Fish.
some mealworms?
Meowworms. Meow.
Yes, mealworms. They make a good
Chickens
meal.
love
It's right in the name.
mealworms.
The horrors are so terrible. I believe it. But anyway, thank you, Raiders. This is Corvids Creepers and Conspiracies, where we watch videos on YouTube of like ghost or unexplained stuff, and we explain it because that's what
Yep.
we do. And Susie actually mentioned that she wanted to be a guest at some point. So hey, let's
Ooh,
talk off screen
yeah.
and get that lined up because I want to do
Get
that.
some
Hell
Yes,
yeah.
the pickings are always welcome. I bet Noir would be very good at debunking ghost videos. Vice would probably just scream a lot because pick some animals, creepy animal videos. I can see if I could find one.
Oh, cryptids. Cryptid videos would be
cryptids.
fun.
I
I love cryptids.
Best cryptid. We can talk about the Fresno Nightwalkers. Those videos still kind of
Ooh.
weird me out.
Fresno Nightwalker and the Flatwoods Monster are the two best cryptids, hands down.
I don't know. I'm kind of fond of the Jersey Devil myself, although there isn't great footage of the Jersey Devil. I just like the stories of the Jersey Devil make me smile. So,
All right. Well, we might as well get to our first video.
let's do it.
So
Let's
bring up the
go.
video player. Now this one is, I'm playing this directly from YouTube, and so I want to give proper credit to the video. This video is titled 11 Mysterious Videos That Cannot Be Explained, and it is on the channel Slapped Ham. Yeah, Slapped Ham. I'm just going to go ahead and
It's
post,
my favorite kind. My favorite
post
kind
in
of
the
ham.
link directly in the chat because I do feel like I should be crediting who I'm watching. Because some
Very good of
people
you.
don't do that, and you should. All right, so let's start the video and see what all Slapped Ham has got for us.
What old Slappy the Cappy Hammy is going for? Oh, it's adorable little animation.
Yes.
How you
Indeed.
doing? I'm Callan, and this is Slap
Hi, Callan.
Ham. Today we've got
Callan.
some really creepy footage, from the last known sightings of people that mysteriously disappeared to inexplicable road accidents and ghost sightings. Join us as we count 11
Inexplicable
mysterious
road is this
videos
gonna
that
get really
can't be
traumatizing?
explained.
I hope not.
I'm excited.
On the 30th of
Oh.
June 2014, 28-year-old Lars Matank and a group of friends went on a
Matank.
holiday to the seaside resort of Golden Sands in Bulgaria. During his stay,
Bulgaria.
Matank got into a fight with a group
Matank.
of rival football fans and suffered a ruptured eardrum.
Oh,
He
no.
Of
was
course,
then
it's always
advised by a
football.
local doctor not to fly until his ear had fully healed and was unable
They
to
just-
return home with
I
his
think they just
friends.
added messy
Alone,
hair and a
Matank
beard to
checked
him
into a
digitally.
cheap
think they
hotel
did.
in the area. After just one night, he began to act very strangely. He sent a text message to his mother telling her that he didn't feel safe and that she should cancel his credit card.
He has a he probably has
also
a
told her that he was
concussion.
hiding from
Yeah.
men who were following him.
Just adjusting
Apparently
the video
fearing
so
for his
people can read
safety,
that.
Matank then headed to Varna Airport where
Tank
the security
Matank.
camera captured him entering.
Okay.
Not much of a tank if he's got a concussion.
Hmm.
A few minutes later, Matank can be seen running from the airport and into the parking lot.
Oh, that is weird.
Sans bag.
Sans bag.
He was then seen climbing a fence and running through a meadow and into the nearby woods. Matank
I'm
was
sorry,
never
I
seen
shouldn't
again,
laugh.
and it was never discovered who or what he was running from at Varna Airport. To this day, Matank's disappearance remains.
He's just
Dude
doing what all
probably had
millennials
a-
want to do, is just run into the woods and never come back.
Wait, is he?
Fucking
Did he never
real.
come back?
Yeah, they said
I
that
think-
was the last sign. Yeah, mental break.
Yeah,
with
no, like
serious paranoia.
genuinely, he got by over people like fighting over football. Dude probably had some sort of brain injury or a concussion.
Yeah.
That's not mysterious. Dude was having a medical emergency.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
the
mean,
only thing
the-
I can. Oh, go ahead.
No, I mean, I was going to say, like, realistically, yeah, he had a brain injury. What is weird is that he went missing and nobody found a guy with a brain injury or nobody found a body. You know
Has
what I mean?
anyone
Like,
seen a man with a brain injury? No.
I mean, like, because if he's acting so fucking weird, you'd think that there'd be people be like, yeah, there's this guy around here walking, like, acting really fucked up. You know, you'd think there'd be, like, somebody acting really weird would garner attention, right?
Not
Yeah.
necessarily. Like, think
That's
of how many times we've like walked by somebody who's acting really fucking weird and we go, oh, they're on drugs, or oh, they're, you know, they've got something else going on, and we just move by them and just keep our head down and try not to be noticed by
Yeah.
them.
Or
Like,
in-
that is actually a very common occurrence.
Yeah. Or he's just American.
Yeah, or he's just American, or he's just, you know, whatever. Like, especially in places that get like tourism, you're not going to pay attention to the people who act weird as long as they're not directly like a threat to your safety. And even then, chances are you're not going to mess with them, or
So this is
probably
just
call
If this is true, this bolsters my idea that like people are like, oh, you need to have an updated visa in order to stay in a country, or otherwise they'll kick you out. I don't think they care. Like, I think if you don't cause problems, you could go anywhere you wanted to with a visa. And
Correct,
if it ran out, the only way you'd ever have a problem is if you caused a problem.
Yeah,
I mean,
correct.
we don't
Actually, that
cause
is
problems here.
very much a thing. In fact, most of the quote unquote undocumented immigrants, even here, are just people who overstayed their visas.
Yeah.
Yeah. pretty
All
much.
right. So I could buy that, I guess.
So-
Yeah, I guess I could buy that. Yeah.
So this video, we're just chucking it down to man had a brain injury, had a psychotic break, and ran off, and really more just tragic and sad than anything.
yeah.
yeah,
Not really
Living
have a
in,
I
like,
wouldn't
a
put a.
homeless spot.
Yeah, there's no paranormal aspect to this one.
Yeah.
I don't think.
Well,
Like,
this
he
is
wasn't running from
videos that
anything.
Can't be explained. It's not necessarily paranormal. So
Mm.
we'll see what else
Yeah.
we get.
This footage began
Somebody took a shit
surfacing
on the
around
floor.
the middle of 2016. It shows a woman browsing items in a shopping mall. When an item mysteriously falls behind her, she turns and replaces it on the shelf.
No,
At least
that
she's
happens all the
considerate.
time.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
Unstable
that's nice.
equilibrium.
I would do that. I do that if something falls.
Yeah, I do that.
Same.
As soon as she replaces the item, she begins to act very strangely, almost as though an
She
unseen force
sneezed.
takes control of her body.
Or
drops
she's
her
having
shopping
a
and begins to
seizure.
writhe uncontrollably.
Yeah.
That kind of looks
After
like a
falling to the
seizure.
floor, two other shoppers notice the
Yeah,
woman.
someone's having
As
a grand
one
mal
comes to her
seizure.
aid, the woman lets out a guttural scream.
Yeah, she's having a seizure.
Or she's doing it for clout.
By this time, the commotion has attracted several other shoppers.
Or
She lets out
again,
yet
another
another
psychotic
scream,
break,
this one
like-
more intense than the first.
I don't mean
Seemed
to
have the
laugh,
power
but
to push her
It's
Well,
really
because
funny.
As the man in
Wait,
black
the,
attempts to
okay,
restrain
sorry.
her, the other
You just
on-
said the scream seems to have the power to push onlookers back, or you know, they were
They were
startled.
scared.
Fucking
They
caught
scared
off
the crap out
guard,
of
yeah.
Lookers
The
gathered
sheer
close.
terror.
Fucking jumping back
Millie
from a
begins
lady
calming
screaming
down,
in a store
but then
too.
Suddenly, she lets out one final almighty yell.
Oh my.
I can't stop laughing. I'm
This
sorry.
time, it has the force to move objects in the store as well as cause the security camera to flicker. The other customers then help the woman to her feet and escort her away.
Okay, I want to see that last scream again, because...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yell.
All right.
This time
She fucking did like the Fuss You Raw from
Yeah.
The other customers then help the woman to her feet.
See it one more
Gather
time.
closer.
I want to see the
The
Fusroda
woman
again.
begins
Because I'm
calming
kind of
down,
curious
but then
about the
suddenly she
sign and the
lets
thing
out
in the
one
bottom right.
final almighty
Yeah.
yell.
That flicker doesn't look normal. That looks like that was added in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As well as cause the security camera
This-
to flicker. The other customers then help the woman to her feet and escort her away.
Yeah, that is almost certainly somebody was staging this.
Yeah,
Because
that's-
there's
that's-
nothing else. There's a pile of things in the back of the hallway. If you look like at the aisle, that's a similar stack of things, and nothing moves or falls from that one. So
Yeah.
it moved the stuff in the front nearest the camera, but nothing at all else around her.
And everything near the camera, like everything that does get moved, is stuff that you could push or adjust from out of sight of the camera.
Yep.
Because part of
Yeah.
that sign is hanging off frame, the end cap is off frame. So Millie got corn dogs.
Snack.
I was gonna say, I just looked over. Millie, where did you get those?
Oh yeah.
I had to grab a snack.
That's great.
Some
Okay.
delicious mealworms. Let me tuck my thingies in. I don't want to.
Tuck
Okay.
your thingies in.
Yeah, tuck your things in.
Your thingies are all out and about.
End cap, someone else. Yeah, I think our conclusion on this one is staged.
Staged. That's why I don't feel bad about
Absolutely.
laughing at it, because I'm pretty sure that that's staged. Because not that I'm an expert in seizures, but I don't think I don't think they scream during seizures,
No,
do they?
don't.
No, they
I've-
just
Not
vibrate on the
usually.
floor.
I have had
They just
coworkers
fall.
and somebody I knew in high school who had suffered from seizures, and it's not like that at all.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And yeah, that reeked of acting.
Mm-hmm.
This
Absolutely.
Yeah.
acting.
Yeah. Okay, well. Oh shoot, I forgot. I always give the things of a spooky rating of 1 to 10. 1 being this is the most fake stupid thing I've ever seen. That's just a person standing there with a sheet on their head. 2, 10 is hey, maybe I believe in ghosts now. So the first one, I mean, we kind of figured it out. It's sad and tragic, so I give that one like a 3. This one maybe also a 3. Couple effects were
I
kind
give
of
this
decent,
one a
but
1.
See, I'd have given this one a 1 and the first one a 2, just because the first one, while it is not scary, it is sad and clearly something happened to that guy.
still
like,
a mystery of
that-
what happened
that-
to him. Yeah.
Yeah, that guy just like something legitimately happened to him, whereas nothing legitimately happened to these people here.
Yeah. See, I will give the previous one 1 because it is just sad. It's not spooky or mysterious, really. This one I will give a 3 because at least they put effort into it. They tried. They may have failed, but they did try.
Yeah, I
Okay.
do give points for entertaining me. If I find it
Okay.
entertaining and fun to watch, I'll at least give some points for that. But yeah.
Yeah.
But hey, it's a subjective score, so whatever we want.
And it is your channel, so you get to, I guess,
Oh,
yeah.
do the
we got a
final
ghost
score.
video, folks.
Yeah,
got the ghost
finally!
ghost.
Oh, I
All
love the
do
ghost
it.
ones.
All right, let's do
This
this.
mysterious footage was recorded in 2003 from the CCTV of an unknown hotel. A member of the hotel staff is sent to investigate screams coming from room 209, which was thought to be empty at the time. As the man approaches the door, the screaming can be heard over the footage.
Just
Oh, I've
call
seen
the
this one.
cops.
The voice of another member of staff can be heard advising the man to wait before entering the room, as the police have been notified and are on their way.
Okay.
However, the man decides to enter the room anyway.
Like an idiot.
Turn the light on.
Shortly
Turn the
after
light
he
on.
enters, some sort of ghostly figure can be seen escaping down the hallway before the hotel lights begin to flicker.
I was like, when did they start flickering?
Right now.
Oh, freeze frame.
Oh, we've got orbs. Or flashlight
The man
reflections.
exits
We got
the room,
herbs.
quite startled.
Herbs.
He says there was no one in the room, however all the furniture was turned upside down, the carpet was ripped up and the shower was running. The video abruptly ends without an explanation on what was happening in room 209. Was it a ghost or just a prank? If it was a prank, then how do you explain the ghostly figure
Just
seen
a
leaving
prank,
the
bro.
room?
That's the fart leaving the room.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
Here's my initial thoughts. Unnamed hotel, so we can't call and look up and verify.
Mm-hmm.
That's a red flag.
Yep.
Which then makes me think, oh, all the furniture was upside down, the carpet was torn up, and the shower head was on.
Mhm.
Were they?
Mhm.
Were they? You know?
Right.
Yeah.
That's something that easily could have been tacked on later, a complete lie. We don't see it. I don't believe it.
Right.
And lastly, okay, so maybe there were some weird noises that can happen in certain situations. Could it be coming from another hotel room and just from like a TV or something? Hard to say. And
Mhm.
as for the ghostly image, CCTV often, although this is probably digital. If it's not digital, a lot of times CCTVs will tape over footage that they already had before.
Mm.
And the
Mhm.
previous
Yeah.
footage, somebody could walk through and it can appear as a ghostly image.
Yes,
Yeah.
it can.
Yeah.
But if this
However,
is digital, yeah.
However, I will point out, the placement for, at the very least, the second security camera makes no goddamn sense because it is mostly pointing at one single door in the
Yeah.
hallway and with a
Mhm.
massive view of the ceiling.
Yep.
I don't know if you've ever looked at the security camera placement inside of hotels, but they are not placed like this.
No.
Good
On
catch.
top
good
of the
catch.
fact that this, if you looked at the date recorded at the bottom, this is also recorded in 2003. These would not have audio with them. Most security cameras don't. That's something that's actually very expensive to have to get and to store. And B, for something like this, there would be no reason to record audio. And 3, just a regular hotel in 2003 would not be paying that much to get
No.
a security system with audio. If they are going to have audio, it would be at the front desk more than
Yeah.
anything else.
Yeah. As somebody, you sound like somebody, a fellow former front desk employee at a hotel, because I used to work at a hotel for a while, and I I agree with your assessment. I think that this would also be if it was a hotel and they wanted to pull a prank, it would be very easy to do that.
Mhm.
With whether or not there were other people in the hotel at the time or not, it would be very, very easy to do this. Like you were saying about the angle of the cameras, they're almost always at the end of each hallway and at the end of each of the hallways, and then also at the stairs and at the elevator. So they wouldn't be pointed at this one room awkwardly crooked
It's
at
one
the one
random ass
room.
door.
It just
Yeah.
happened to be the one where the camera was, like, yeah.
Yeah, no, this is absolutely somebody just put on some clothes to kind of make themselves look like a security guard and decided to be like, "Oh man, I'm going to film a spooky video." And then went and did so.
Yeah, you could do this at now with the light flickering. That's interesting. I think that would be possible. That was a little bit of a question mark, only because while you could fake that, I don't know how you could do that on cue. Like you could say, oh, you could, as the hotel owner, you could be like, oh, this one light flickers on occasion. Let's use that as like a prop for this particular prank we
Video
want to pull.
editing.
But you would, yeah, I guess so. You could do video because it doesn't flicker until he goes into the room.
Yep.
So it could easily have been edited in. You're right.
And
Yeah.
this actually, say it's 2003, and as Hasio pointed out, they would have still been using tape at that time. They wouldn't have been gone to digital.
And
at
that's
that
digital
point.
noise.
This is 100% digital, which means that the ghostly image easily could have been added in post.
Also, if you pay attention to the ghost when it moves through, the ghost itself is very smooth and does not match the digital grain of everything else going on around it. Like that is clearly something added in post.
Yeah,
that's actually something that, because I've taken classes on compositing. It was required for the degree that I was going for. It is like a whole separate process to actually go through and recreate noise for things that are added in.
We'll fix it in post.
Yeah.
I said fix it, not add a ghost. Oh, you weren't clear. My bad.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Same thing.
Now it's an art film.
And
Yeah, like that. Look at that angle is so weird that they have somebody just just like took some gaffer's tape and put like a single camera up high, like a security camera, and then just put it in that right in front of that door.
I don't even think they're using tape. If you look, you can actually see the light fixture at the bottom corner of it. I think they perched their camera on the light fixture.
Yeah, they put their camera on a light fixture across the hall. That's all they did was just they rested their cell phone on it.
Oh man.
Yeah, this was not
debunked.
This did not. Yeah, this. It's one of those things that's like the setup and the explanation of it adds so much to it, and you see that and it's just like.
They tried so hard.
That's why I like bringing on y'all.
And got so far.
Smart people. And like I had some good explanations, and Lilith comes in here is like, bam, 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 bam.
Debunk.
As somebody who does genuinely believe in the existence of ghosts and paranormal shit, like you have to get good at spotting what is clearly a fake, right?
Yes.
You have to, especially because there is a burden of proof that must be met for these, and if any of your shit can be explained by other sources, then it's not real, and you have to get really good at being able to spot and explain those other sources, because there is so much bullshit out there.
Well, that's where the Ghost Bro show is such a guilty pleasure of mine, because I love sitting there with a glass of wine and being like, that's bullshit. Or on the rare occasion where I think they've actually caught something, like maybe 2 times in the entire history of the show where I feel like they've caught something that is unexplained, I get so excited. I'm like, there it is! There it is, bitches!
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
what's funny is I never actually worked in a hotel. I just happen to have friends who have.
Okay.
Also, I've been to enough conventions, and I have a thing where totally not because of, history with shoplifting. I tend to instinctively pay attention to where security cameras are.
Nope. See, there's don't, everything you learn in life, you may not find it useful in the moment, but 10 years down the line, when you're doing streams with your friends, you'll be like, I can summon the knowledge I have.
So I'm the demon of knowledge. I got so many random facts that are useless.
And now we have them.
Look, all I know is that if you're into shoplifting, you don't need to worry about cameras. You just go to Hobby Lobby, fill up a cart, and walk out. They don't have metal detectors. They don't have barcodes.
They don't believe in barcodes.
And,
really?
And they're an evil
they don't.
company. So
they think it's the mark of the beast.
For all that fabric?
Oh yeah,
you
you
didn't have to.
I could have just left.
It is listen, it is ethically okay to steal from Hobby Lobby.
Yes, it is.
It's true.
They have no
problems
on this stream approves of you.
They have no problem stealing priceless artifacts from the Middle East, so we should have no problem stealing from them.
All right.
Exactly.
Well, the next one has a title of the most horrifying thing in the world. Two
Ooh.
mysterious
Oh,
men.
see, don't make promises you can't keep.
On the 14th of
Wait,
October.
no, that's just the siphon filter guy from those old video games.
Oh, that's just, I was going to say, that's just the face of Mothman right there.
Hey, my man.
2009,
My man.
claimed to have seen a large triangular
My
shaped
main
object
Mothman.
hovering above a hotel they were staying in at
Oh,
the
we got
time.
an UFO.
The pair reported the strange
UFO?
appearance
Oh,
of the
hell yeah.
authorities, and a short
Unexplained
time later,
flying
2
object.
men dressed in black suits visited the hotel looking
Oh,
for
those are really
witnesses.
wide
This
gentlemen.
footage from
That's
the
just-
security camera of the hotel shows the men
just
walking
That's
in.
just
couple
the
of-
Blues
I think it's
Brothers.
because of the jacket they're wearing.
Just-
it's actually
Six
just
raccoons in
three.
trench coats.
Yeah, right?
It reminds me of that wide Markiplier meme.
said that they were very pale and had no eyebrows or eyelashes, and that they
This
looked
is 1700
It's called
girls in a trench
alopecia.
A
coat.
female staff member even said that they looked as though both men's hair was fake, as if they were wearing wigs to cover the fact that they were bald.
God
Probably wearing
forbid.
They
wigs.
also claimed that both men
Anyone
had
be
very
bald.
deep blue
When
eyes,
will you
and
wear
that
wigs?
The entire time they spoke, they never blinked once. If
Okay,
you look closely
and?
at the footage of the 2 men entering the hotel, you can see the man on the left appears to be having trouble keeping his feet straight as he walks.
No, that's absolutely digital artifacting, but okay.
Above their hotel. And were these the mysterious men in black that have been reported to appear after many UFO sightings?
Oh.
If so, were they top-level government agents sent to assess the case, or could they have been aliens looking to erase any knowledge of
They
their
look like the
existence?
bad guy from Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Christopher Lloyd's guy character.
Yeah.
Do you
So-
remember Eddie? The way
They
I
look like they're
looked at
wearing-
your brother died?
They look like they're wearing just like something underneath their coats to give them like wide shoulder, like a prosthetic to wear like for shoulders to make them look bigger.
You mean shoulder pads?
No, not shoulder pads, but like an entire like they've got flying buttresses under there to hold
Flying
their shoulders
buttresses.
Honestly, like, considering the fact that, like, obviously there is definitely a lot of artifacting with the fact that this is such a low resolution video. Like, it genuinely just does look like shoulder pads on, like, already wide-shouldered guys, which is fairly common. And same with the coats. Like, they're wearing overcoats that give them no shape. So, like, I don't know if y'all remember, but like back in the 80s, 90s, those real boxy like suit coats and like the long ones were very common. It literally just looks like that.
Yeah.
Well, see, this is one of those videos where like we see the imagery, but we don't see all of the accompanying narration that the guy claims that was reported, like the hair and the blue eyes. And so like, okay, you can tell us anything you want, but like I don't see that in the video, right?
For real.
Yeah, exactly. I was just gonna say that. I was just like, almost all the creepy things about this are stuff we are told, not shown, and so immediately suspect.
Highly suspect.
Honestly, this one I'm just giving a straight up 1 because it's terrible. And there's nothing here. It's just two guys walking into a hotel room with what is obviously a made up story told on top of it.
They saw two boxy, weird looking, kind of weird, awkward looking twinsy guys, and they're like, let's make up a story about those guys.
Yeah,
pretty much. Aliens. Listen, I know aliens. Okay, those are not aliens. We do not claim them.
For why are the wide? The video might be squashed a little bit too. Also, the frame rate is really low. This is like
Not to mention, you can like feel the crunch of those pixels.
So crunchy.
Oh, it's crunchy. It's like, this is a very granola video. Delicious.
Yeah. Ugh.
Yeah. Oh, the hotel ghost one we never gave scores to, but
I'll
give it a 2 because there was some effort in there, but
I'll give it a 2 because it's better than this one.
Yeah, I'll also give that a 2. Like, somebody tried. They didn't even do as well as the lady in the supermarket, but they tried.
An attempt was made.
Yeah.
This was just somebody took a clip from just random footage from the hotel or whatever.
But didn't you see they also put a picture of 3 red dots?
Right, in the beginning, that was a separate aspect to this.
Picture of 3 red dots. That means
not the red dots. Think of the children.
Trying to claim that
Did
it was
you see
aliens.
Did you see it?
Did you see it? Did you see it? All right. Wow.
Did you see those 3 red dots?
Sorry, slapped ham, but I'm not enjoying too many of these videos so far. Although,
come on, maybe he's building up to it. Maybe like the last 2 are going to be really good.
I do gotta give slapped ham some credit. Good narration, does a good job with trying to present what he's trying to present.
He's trying.
Yeah.
So I appreciate your artistry, slapped ham. But also,
you
don't need my thing because you have 3.46 million subscribers, and this video has 26 million views. So
we don't need to convince anybody. I guess.
Yeah.
We could. We could be the convincers.
Our channel.
Who will convince the convincers?
Our channel should have 3.46.
There's 6 titties up here. We can convince anybody of anything.
Hell yeah.
I mean, unless you got something hiding, Corvus.
Birds don't really have titties.
They don't lactate.
They don't lactate. I know, but
look,
neither do almonds, and there's almond milk.
The only way to tell the difference between a male crow and a female crow is behavior and genetic testing or autopsy.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Gotta rip them up.
But that's the thing. It's just like we looking the same.
Are you a boy or a girl? I'm a crow.
If you see a crow lay an egg, probably a female.
Probably.
If it's incubating a nest and the one that keeps flying away and grabbing food and bringing it back to the nest, that one's usually going to be a male, but not always. Crows don't.
We do love our gender non-conforming monarchs.
Yeah. Crow dads, good dads. Heck, sometimes a crow that is bringing food back to a nest might be a sibling from the previous year. That's cool behavior. Yeah.
Crow dads can be crawdads.
Yeah.
Crawdads.
What I'm saying is
Crawdads eat crawdads.
It could be cool older sister doing that behavior. So it's just like, Yeah, either that or you draw some blood from them and get a genetic test done, or you cut them open and see if they got ovaries or testes in there. Because you say, well, why don't you just look at their genitals? Because we all have
Genitalia.
we
'Cause it's
all
a
have
cloaca.
cloacas, baby.
Yep.
Show me
So
your
this is now the
Genitals.
second episode in a row of my
Genitalia.
shows where we've talked about cloacas, and well,
That doesn't surprise me.
It's just gonna keep coming back. It's
Yeah.
never going away, Corvus.
it's never going away.
I'm
It's never
sorry.
going away.
Show me your genitals. Your genitals.
And that's it. I'm out of here.
and now it is
Damn.
officially our stream.
Honestly,
Right.
It's you, me, and Slapped Ham.
yeah, I don't
That's
know.
right.
Maybe this next video I just won't say a goddamn thing because y'all are just plowing through these
Cloaca-ing?
with.
We're plowing through them.
right.
Sowie.
We plowed through
What
your
are they, your
mom.
mom?
Oh, okay. This is Eliza Lamb. This one's
Oh,
been
I know
completely
her.
solved.
Not
This is
Personally.
there's been Netflix documentaries on this. This is
Oh.
yeah. I'll tell you a
Is this
little
the
bit more about
hotel?
Yeah, it's the hotel chick.
Hotel in downtown LA.
Yep, the Cecil.
Okay, I didn't realize there was a resolution to
University
this.
of British Columbia
Oh,
in
they found
Vancouver,
resolution,
was traveling
basically.
at the time of her disappearance.
She
and
was
the alarm was
suffering
raised
from
after
a
she
mental
failed to contact her
schizophrenic
parents
break,
the
right?
day she
Yep.
was scheduled
And
to check
she
out of the hotel.
Went to the
When
roof
the
and
police
found
That would be a
found the
psychotic
Lamb, they
break.
decided to
Well,
release
let's
the
watch
Yeah,
the whole
well, I think
thing
she
and
had
I'll describe
schizophrenia.
afterwards.
Security camera in the
Yeah, but it
hotel
would
in
still be a
an effort to
psychotic
collect
break.
more
Okay.
information.
I wasn't sure.
In the
Yeah,
footage,
yeah, yeah.
Lamb can be seen moving very strangely as if she's hiding from someone or something.
Oh, I remember her. Yeah.
She can be seen entering the elevator calmly before pressing several of the buttons on the panel. She then stands back and seems to wait for the doors to close.
Yeah, this case inspired a season of American Horror Story.
Suddenly, she
Psychosis
lunges
is a
forward
scary
and looks
thing.
down the hallway
Yeah, well,
before standing
more the
up against
hotel that
wall.
it takes place in is what inspired the season.
Mm.
I think they used the Cecil Hotel in that.
Yeah, Kathy Bates is in that season. We love
She
Kathy
then
Bates.
Bates.
exits the
What?
elevator
We
before
love Kathy
returning,
Bates.
pressing more
Lady
buttons
Gaga's in
on
that
the
season
panel.
too.
She is.
Poor girl.
See, I can see where, like, I remember this, and I didn't realize it was solved, but I could see where if you didn't know this was solved, watching this would be very unsettling. This would be very
Oh,
eerie.
yeah.
You'd be like, what the fuck is happening? Who's she running
Like,
from?
Like I said, psychosis is a
She exits
terrifying
the
thing.
elevator one final
both to
time
experience
and can be seen
and to
communicating
watch.
with something before wandering off down the hallway.
Well, Electrode, obviously that's when she slipped the one ring onto her finger.
Right.
Yeah, like these hand movements here are like one of the strongest pieces of evidence for psychotic break.
I mean, also generalized paranoia. Like, psychosis will
When the
make
footage
you
was
fucking
released
paranoid.
publicly, it went
Mhm.
viral. In the first 10 days, it received more than 3 million views and 40,000 comments on the Chinese video sharing site Youko. Many of the viewers said they found the footage unsettling and difficult to watch.
It is unsettling and
It
difficult to
is.
watch.
Yeah.
Shortly after her disappearance, hotel
Ugh.
guests began complaining
This
of
is the
black,
worst part.
strange-tasting water and low
Oh, I
blood
hate
pressure.
this part.
When the maintenance staff went to investigate, they discovered the body of Eliza Lamb floating inside one of the water tanks. Despite a thorough police investigation, several inconsistencies of Lamb's disappearance has never been answered. The autopsy report deemed her death to be accidental. However, the police noted that the 8-foot-high tanks, which were located on the roof of the hotel, were only accessible with a key and almost impossible to enter without a ladder. Many theories have attempted to explain Lamb's disappearance, from murder to the supernatural. Her death has even been noted for its eerie similarities to the 2005 horror film Dark Water.
Oh, my
In the
butt likes
film,
that movie.
A mother and daughter move into a
Wait,
rundown apartment
Is that
building
called?
with a
Wait, no,
dysfunctional
that's is that
elevator.
John C. Riley?
Discolored water
Yes.
eventually
Yes,
leads
yep.
them to the water tank on the roof.
I
Where
just
they
realized that
discover
John
the
C.
body of a
Riley and
girl
Cole
who's been
Meany kinda look
reported
alike.
missing a year earlier. To this day, the fate of Eliza Lamb remains
Because I first
a
thought Cole
mystery.
Meany when I saw that. I'm like, is that O'Brien? I'm like, wait a minute, no, it's not O'Brien. That's John C. Riley. But yeah,
Okay, so
anyway,
explain. So what did they? How did they determine that it was a psychotic break?
She had not tweeted. She had journaled and had been off of her medication, so she was like on Tumblr a lot and was diagnosed with schizophrenia. And she didn't take her medication for several days and had done
So-
this kind of thing before, but it didn't obviously end in tragedy.
Yeah.
So did she? How did
Yes.
she get in? How did she get in the tank?
Okay, well, here's the thing. A lot of what they said at the end there was it's like, couldn't have gotten up there without a ladder. You mean like the ladders that are built into the side of them? They have ladders.
Yeah.
You can get up there.
Yeah.
Okay.
And two,
Also,
couldn't have
those
gotten
tanks
to the
were
roof
really
without-
close together.
Yeah. Also,
Mm.
couldn't have gotten up to the roof without a key. Yeah. Well, because this is a notoriously shitty hotel that is very poorly maintained, and a door being unlocked is not exactly, you know,
Uncommon.
of.
uncommon. You know, it's like this.
The
this
Cecil Hotel is located in what's known as Skid Row of LA, which I'm sure has burned down by now, but it is a notorious place for homeless transients, people who are not, considered by mainstream society to be, part of
Desirable.
society. Yes.
Yeah. I mean,
And
we all know the
it's-
worst thing that happened in Skid Row was that one guy who got like that exotic plant and then started feeding people to it.
we don't talk about that.
Yeah.
Don't talk about my
Who-
uncle that
Who? What? Bruno?
Yeah. There was a lot
Oh,
of singing
sorry.
involved.
way. Talk about Bruno. Anyway, sorry about
So
that.
that is very
rough.
very sad. Like
Yeah,
that is like
it's-
incredibly sad.
And yeah, if
Yeah.
all you had was a context to the video, because the video went viral before they found her body. So
Mhm.
like people were like, "Whoa, she disappeared. What happened to her?" And it's like kind of mysterious. But then it's like, yeah, they found the body. There were no signs of struggle or anything like that. Literally,
She was naked, wasn't she?
Yeah, she stripped naked and decided to go for a swim or something. I mean, who knows what was going through her mind? That's
Yeah.
impossible to know. But
Yeah.
it would not have been that difficult for her to get on the roof. It would not have been difficult for her to climb up and go into those tankards. And
Yeah, no.
it's a tragedy. It's a mysterious tragedy, but it is
Explainable.
It is pretty
I wouldn't
explainable. There's a really good documentary on Netflix about it.
That's what I
I mean, if
watched.
she was diagnosed schizophrenic and known to have been off of her meds, like that's not even mysterious. Like psychosis is just a very real thing that we as a society tend to ignore.
Yeah.
And speaking as somebody who is also diagnosed schizophrenic, and has been through admittedly much more minor versions of psychosis, but has been through psychosis before, it is heavily ignored and downplayed by society. We tend to kind of pretend that it doesn't exist when it is a very real thing. And realistically, it can happen to anybody, not just somebody who is diagnosed with a psychotic disorder like schizophrenia. And that also means that like a lot of things that where people are acting strangely or super paranoid or whatnot often are either psychosis or related to psychotic breaks, and they're just ignored because everybody thinks like, oh well, that's not actually a thing that happens really. Psychosis is when somebody goes crazy and starts murdering people.
Right. It's one of the reasons why my biggest, like, I'm a big fan of horror films, but one of the things that makes me hate a horror film faster than anything else is when they use the mental health trope
Oh, I hate that.
to create the horror in the movie. And I'm like, oh God, please, not this again. Can we just because that's why people are desensitized to it. They're like, oh, this isn't a real condition. This is like from a horror, like that doesn't actually happen to people. It's just a horror movie trope. Like, it's a terrible horror movie trope. It's lazy. It's lazy horror movie troping.
Yeah.
I
Lazy
completely agree.
writing.
There is a way to dissect mental illness within the horror genre, but correct, most especially modern movies tend to just use it as a shorthand of being like, spooky, scary, mental illness, blah 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 blah. And that's also why like people with schizophrenia get heavily demonized. There's a lot of places where just you will be immediately treated as a danger to yourself or other people if they know that you're schizophrenic, regardless of whether you actually show any sort of inclination or tendencies that way or not.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would give this video an 8 because of that. Because while it's not like we know how we can explain it, it's still, I would say, like, still unsettling and scary from like a human condition.
We have an
standpoint.
explanation
And it
for
did
it, for
cause
sure.
a huge mystery for a while. I'd give it a 7.
Yeah.
I'd probably give it a 7 too.
Yeah.
Again, mostly because it's upsetting and because, like until you figure out what's going on with it and the fact that it took so long to, that would absolutely be like scary and unsettling.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, if you're on any kind of medication for any kind of mental illness or anything like that, and a drug and alters your brain activity, do not quit cold turkey.
No,
Ever.
don't do it ever.
Real bad. But hey, thank you all for that conversation. I know that was a little bit vulnerable there, and we appreciate it.
Yes, thank you
And,
for
Thank you, Lilith.
Thank
for
you,
sharing.
Lilith.
yes.
Yeah.
yes.
I'm open about it because of the fact that I have a fairly, all things considered, I have a relatively minor case of schizophrenia. I am able to manage myself without medication, which is good because I can't take antipsychotics. My mother was allergic to them, and thus I am actually not
fuck.
allowed to take
Oh,
them
damn.
either.
That
So
sucks.
So because of the fact that I have to manage mine without medication, I am open about the fact that I am schizophrenic in case anything were to happen, and as a tool to educate other people, because this is something that does not get talked about enough.
Yeah, well,
thank
my
you.
experiences with you, Lilith, is that you're one of the smartest and most well put together people I know. So, yeah.
I try my best.
All right, let's watch this video that Kinnear Fug has already seen. But
Jug.
This video was taken on a
Fug.
road in
Come here,
Chengtai,
Fug.
China. As the two white vans approach the intersection, something very strange happens. Suddenly, the two vans lift into the air and get pushed backwards, almost as though a
Whoa.
very strong gust of wind picks them up and shakes them out. What could have
Off
happened
they
to
go.
these vans? What sort of strange force has the power to lift two vans into the air with such ease?
They just got Marilyn Monroe'd.
Probably
For
a
real.
wire.
Yeah,
yeah,
I
let's
saw
look-
chat talking about a cable that you can see depending on the video quality.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, that's really
really?
low res, and check out the car.
Yeah,
on the
I've
far right.
definitely seen that in higher res before.
Check out the car on the far right.
What could have happened to these vans? What sort of strange force has the power to lift two vans into the air with such ease?
Oh, yeah.
Tensile strength.
Oh,
Even the car in the back gets caught by it.
Yep. Yeah, that's
Huh.
definitely a case where low resolution video is hiding the obvious solution.
Yeah.
So wait, what? So was it a prank, or was there just some construction going on and a cable was in the way inexplicably?
Yeah.
Yeah, seems
Okay.
like a high tensile cable.
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't
All
want
right,
to
well,
fuck
that's-
around with those things. Those.
Mm.
Those snap back, you're fucked. You're gonna get cut in half.
You go back to reality. Oops, there goes gravity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Whoa.
As those fans just found out.
Do not go on Live Leak and look up high tension wire.
Mm-mm,
Uh-oh.
mm-mm. It will traumatize you
Yeah.
Is it people just getting cut in half?
Or
in really
decapitated
gruesome
or-
ways.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Also, don't ever go on Live Leak and type in the word lathe.
I
Oh,
don't want
God.
to do that.
No.
Lathes, lathes are
Lathe
the-
accidents are brutal.
lathes
Wait, is
are
Live
mach-
Leak just a website where horrible accident? You could watch horrible accident videos.
Live Leak is basically YouTube with no content moderation.
Oh.
So yeah, it's basically people uploading all kinds of snuff.
Their
Oh,
their
God.
thing is, if
Ooh.
it's not illegal, we'll host it.
Oh.
I guess people
And
getting
let's be
bifurcated
real, there's a
into
lot of
illegal.
illegal shit that's hosted on there too.
Yeah, probably. Like one of the movies we covered on Twig's Missing Movies, because I literally couldn't find it sourced anywhere else.
Listen,
shit.
if that's how you gotta find it, that's how you gotta find it. This is why media preservation is fucking important.
Yeah, don't be mad. It's not your fault that they wouldn't host it anywhere else, but like the porn hub of humans cutting heads off videos.
I found my favorite non-porn movie hosted on a porn site. What do you want me to do?
All right, let's lab coat. This one's called lab coat, which is interesting because our first still image is of a road.
This footage was taken from a dash
Ooh,
cam
teleporting
somewhere in
man.
Russia. As the traffic
Ooh,
is driving
Russian
along, the
dash cam. We love
semi-trailer
these.
suddenly begins to swerve, nearly colliding
Oh.
with oncoming traffic.
Oh.
At first, it's difficult to see why the truck swerves, but then the answer becomes apparent. A man wearing what looks to be a lab coat seems to appear out of nowhere.
Oh.
Several theories have attempted to explain this bizarre event. It's been suggested that the man could be a scientist
Watch it
from
again.
the future.
Yeah, we will.
Travel teleportation. If you look closely, however, you can actually see the man crossing the road in front of the truck. What is difficult to explain, however, is the relaxed and almost robotic reaction the man has after his near-fatal miss.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
it's called drugs.
It's called drugs. It's called it's called a mental break. It's called man with sleepwalking.
I mean, it's Russia, so vodka was probably involved.
Vodka is involved.
It could be anything.
I mean, that is like the closest shave. But
I mean, yeah. So why did the truck swerve? We could see.
Why did you can literally see?
The video even explains it. Yeah, as
Aimed
you
it.
can see in this early frame, the man is already there. So yeah, the truck swerved to avoid hitting the dude. Due to video compression, you kind of don't really see a frame of him, like as the thing's going right around him. He seems to appear, but no, he was just way too fucking close to that truck and is lucky to be alive.
Yeah.
And I love that, like, this should just be on, like, a close shaves video review. Like, not, like, he's like, the only mysterious thing is, like, human behavior dictates that he should be freaking out right now. But, like...
Yeah, but also, like, he could be sleepwalking, he could have a brain injury, he could be under the influence of a substance, drugs or alcohol, what have you. He could, you know, have something else going on. Like, there's a number of different reasons why that could be the case. Hell, dude could be just fucking sewer slidle and just went, oh well, it didn't get me. I guess I'll I guess that's a sign.
Or didn't see the truck and is now just like, oh shit, I just fucking died and is in shock.
Yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
shock is another thing. Like, if there's, I mean, it's like you come close to death and you're kind of caught off guard to the point where you're in, like, could be in shock. Like, he could realize what happened, but he could be like, oh my god, I'm alive, like, and still absorbing it. Like, that's
he could even be an interdimensional lizard man, and none of this applies to him. And the truck was like, "Oh my god, I almost killed a man," and he's just like, "Does anyone have any grasshoppers, please?" Desperately needing grasshoppers.
Are you referring to the insect or the Thin Mints Keebler knockoff?
Why not both?
I mean,
why
honestly,
choose?
Why are they called grasshoppers anyway?
Because they can't legally call them Thin Mints.
Yeah, but why did they pick grasshoppers? I mean, like,
mint is green and grasshoppers are, I don't know.
Frogs are green.
All I know is that
it's also because it's actually partly because of the grasshopper cocktail, which is chocolate and creme de menthe.
I have never. Okay,
it's actually really good. I highly recommend it.
Why is it called a grasshopper? And don't tell me because it's green. That doesn't fucking count.
Because grasshoppers have that lovely chocolatey minty taste to them.
That's my point. I've never eaten a grasshopper that was minty.
You've never had a grasshopper fly into one of your mandible traps?
No.
You know, in all honesty, I'm not sure why it's called a grasshopper. But then again, a lot of cocktails are just called random things.
Yeah. Anyway, there's a million explanations for why the guy acted the way he did, and this is just a video of a near hit and not a near miss, because a near miss is a hit. Oh look,
that was it.
Nearly missed. Yes, but not quite.
Okay, no, apparently it is literally just called a grasshopper because of its green color.
Okay.
Bullshit.
Anyway.
bullshit.
Even though I like supporting the Girl Scouts, the cookie prices have gotten insane. They're $9 a box this year.
And you can make them cookies at Walmart.
Well, that's the thing is grasshoppers are half the price for twice as many cookies, and I think they taste better too.
Yeah.
Yep. No shame.
Yeah. Honestly, I would rather just be like, hey, can I just like donate $50 to your troop instead of buying the cookies? Because, that's my point. Or
I mean, that's the better way to do it, honestly.
Keep your shitty cookies.
Well, honestly, I don't know how much, like, of that $9, how much of that actually goes to the troops selling it and how much of that goes to the manufacturing company.
Oh, it's just an MLM.
Yeah, it's speaking as a former Girl Scout who was actually in the year that I did the cookie sales was the highest selling cookie girl. I was the highest seller. It didn't make a difference how many cookies we sold. Like, it wasn't like we got to do cool shit the following year because we sold a shit ton of cookies. I don't even, like, we didn't get cooler outfits or anything, or it probably all goes to the manufacturer by and large.
I didn't know the manufacturers were by and large.
Depends on the manufacturer.
I suppose.
I identify as by and large.
But empty fields on the other side. What do you think is happening in this video? We'd love to get your opinion.
Ham?
We just gave it to you, Slapped Ham. Wait.
Can't you? Were you
The one
listening?
Do
God.
only one spooky because I can't rate it a 0.
Well, this one's called Haunted House, so hopefully we're back into some ghosties.
Let's
Ghosty
go.
time.
Oh, the last video giving a 1 out of 10. There's
1 out of 10.
nothing
Yeah,
mysterious or weird there. It's just a near hit.
Yeah, it's a 1 since I can't give it a 0.
Right?
Yeah.
If I could give this a 0 stars, I would.
A man known only as Ted, who claims
Ted?
to be a police officer
Ted?
since 1983.
I know
After
Ted.
responding
We
to
go
a
way
domestic
back.
disturbance in Delray, Detroit, Ted says he heard
it's
some
Detroit.
strange noises coming from a neighboring house. So he
Yes,
decided
that's
to
the
take a
domestic
closer look.
disturbance.
As he approaches the house, which appears to be burnt out and abandoned, the officer pans the camera towards an old newspaper clipping before calling out to see if anyone's inside.
Why would you do that? Why?
Yeah.
Suddenly, a ghoulish face appears in the upstairs window
What?
before
Can we
disappearing.
Stop
into the
talking about
darkness.
homeless people and calling them ghoulish.
Oh, it's
He's on meth.
so-
It's
He's
later
not a
revealed in
ghoul.
the video that the article that the police officer found was about a woman named Rose Perez. who
How do
was
you know
known as
that?
the Witch of Delray.
Oh,
Perez
whatever.
was thought to have murdered up to 12 men in the 1930s. However,
Good
her
on her.
neighbors were too scared to
I'm
tell
glad
her
someone
because
said it.
They believed she had supernatural powers that could make
Well,
them
yeah, no
She
shit,
did.
Hasio.
Could the ghostly face that the police
Audio
officer
wasn't
saw
from
in
the
the
actual
window of this
phone.
burnt-out old house be that of the infamous Delray Witch?
She was a witch. Yeah, she could read and write.
Okay, I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna
Okay.
go with it. It's okay. First of all, it's the footage is so shaky, it's annoying. And then secondly, like it's an abandoned, burned out house in Detroit. It could have any number of squatters living in it, right?
Yeah,
Like
absolutely.
Yeah, that
Like,
was
I don't-
clearly a human being up in the window, kind of. I mean, it was kind of creepy. Don't get me wrong. The person's
yeah,
face
definitely.
there is kind of creepy. But like, okay, the article and it being about this woman and like, okay, all of that not in the video. If it's not in the video, don't give me the background because it's probably a lie.
Also, the fact that like dude who's supposed to be a police officer on a call just randomly decided to have not only what is clearly a cell phone out, and then just staring straight down at a burnt out news
ground?
clipping in fucking Detroit.
right?
Like where there's going to be fucking like Detroit in 2014 where there was going to be loose like newspapers and Detroit is fucking everywhere. This one particular one is not going to be any more interesting than anything else. No, it's fake. Like this was somebody who's just like, oh man, I found a burnt out abandoned house. I'ma film a spooky thing. And then either genuinely caught footage of a squatter, which I don't actually think it was, or they just added in a spooky face just, disappearing in post. Like that is
I would even believe that
Yeah,
because
let's
of the
look at face
artifacting
again in
that.
full motion and see.
Can we
if,
zoom in on that face there? Oh, that was actually pretty good.
The
See,
upstairs
I didn't even
window
notice
before
the newspaper
disappearing
clipping
into
for
the
a second. I
darkness.
thought he was just really interested on that fucking leaf on the ground.
by the way, if you want to go like between different frames, period and comma should allow you to go between frames, so you can walk frames through
Oh
this.
yeah.
Oh.
For that tip, that's gonna
Fascinating.
be
I
super
think it was
fucking
just
useful
it was
for this
it was
show.
artifacting. I don't actually even think there was a person up there. I think
It was definitely a face, but I do think it was a face that was edited in.
Dun 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 dun.
Right? It's just
Yeah.
something our brains have tricked us into thinking it's a face.
I mean, matrixing is a
Wait, I don't
thing.
even see the face on that.
Yeah, because
right?
it literally appears before
Oh,
vanishing.
There
Yeah,
it is.
see,
Yeah.
there you can kind of see that it is a face,
Yeah.
and it literally looks like the same kind of shit like that one ghost was.
Doesn't
it
it
is-
feel like the face from one of those Courage the Cowardly Dog episodes?
Also, if you look, the face actually doesn't move in time with the house as the camera is being like moved
Yeah,
around.
going through frame by frame makes it look super fake.
Yeah,
like
it does not
Voldemort in a
track with the
bad
house
way.
Yeah,
whatsoever.
here,
So
it's
like,
halfway in front of the house, like now kind of in
Yeah.
front of the house. Now whatever the fuck this is, and then
yeah, like it slides around compared to the house. So yeah, no, this is edited in. This was added in post.
Not even added
So
in
funny.
well.
I will say this clip does make me want to learn more about that witch girl lady. Like
Yeah,
I'm
that's
just
probably
interested.
A fascinating story. Yeah.
That's probably a fascinating story. This bullshit though is like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'll give it a 4 because it makes me want to learn about something else. Like it led me down a different path. But
Very fair.
I give it a 2.
I would also give it a 2 because that was. I don't even really think they tried that hard.
Weak sauce.
But also, thank you for telling me about that comma and period trick because
Yeah.
that is that's going to be so goddamn useful for the show. I can't even explain it.
You're welcome. I consume so much dark media where I
In
have to like
2015, a
do that
CCTV
to get
camera
through
in a
secret codes and
Taiwanese
shit.
alleyway captured this unnerving and creepy footage. As the heavy rain pours down, a man can be seen walking down the alleyway towards his parked motorbike. Just as the man reaches his bike, a young girl in a red dress mysteriously appears alongside the parked van at the opposite end of the alleyway. As the footage continues, a motorbike can be seen riding past in the background. If you take a closer look as the bike passes, however, you can see the wheels of the bike through the little girl's head.
See shit.
What makes this video even creepier is the fact that in Taiwan there's an urban legend known as the Girl in Red, a ghost of a young girl dressed in a red dress that stalks and haunts her victims.
That doesn't even really look like a
I mean,
girl. That looks
yeah,
like a weird reflection.
it looks like a reflection on the ground. Like
Okay,
Yeah.
that is actually.
I think the red part is in like just behind the van, and I think the black part that's supposed to be the head is actually against that back wall.
Yeah.
So it's just the way things are lined up, making a vaguely human shape.
Yeah. It's matrixing. Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
just-
that's forced perspective kind of shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, to be fair, does lead to some really weird looking stuff.
If you
But
take
yeah,
a
I don't
Yeah.
think
closer
that's
look as
a.
the bike passes, however,
Yeah.
It
you can
looks
see
like a
the wheels of the
reflection.
bike through the little girl's head.
Because the little-
What makes this video even creepier is the fact that in Taiwan there's an urban legend known
I
as
love
the
this
Girl
picture.
in Red.
I know.
It's
A
good.
young girl dressed in
How
a red
dare
dress
you
that
fucking
stalks and
leave me
haunts her
behind,
the
mother.
thing doesn't move. It's like it suddenly appears. It was there from frame 1.
It doesn't move. It doesn't really look like a person. It looks like a blurry blob of red and black pixels.
I would
Yeah.
just call it
Like-
a reflection from something above the
Yeah.
scene. You know, something
It-
light, some reflected light.
Plus, it's raining. Like, everything is highly reflective. It's
Right.
reflecting light from somewhere.
And you're gonna
Mhm.
get distortions from yeah. I mean, that's a 1 out of 10. There's absolutely nothing there at all.
No.
It's
No.
just somebody seeing.
You'd really have to point it out to me for me to even notice what we were looking for.
You're right. You know what? If we had watched that video without any red circles or narration on top of it, be like, what?
What are we looking for?
What are we looking for? What are we looking
Yeah.
for? Yeah.
It's most of what these sorts of, like, spooky videos even are anyway.
All right, Ghost in Operating
This video
Room.
was
This one
filmed in a
better.
hospital.
I think this is gonna be the one.
This is gonna be
Oh,
it.
man.
This is
the
gonna be
one,
10
folks.
out of 10.
This is gonna convince me that ghosts are real.
We're gonna shit our pants, you guys. Hold
Yeah.
on.
God, I hope so.
Oh my god.
I could really use a clear
Damn.
out.
I was gonna go to my rigger and be like, hey, there's a couple little things I want. Like I want to be able to do like the derp-eyed thing or just a couple of the like little expression things. And I'm like, oh god, I should be able to have a button that just makes some shit fall out from underneath.
Yeah, it would be
me.
good.
Just a little
Just
bit
a little
burp.
drop.
Just a little
Make
burp.
your tail wiggle when it does it. So, because I've seen birds when they shit, their
I
little
mean-
tails wiggle.
Okay,
Yep, they
well,
go
I got the
little-
tail wiggle part down.
Nice. Now you just need the shit.
All right.
Yep.
I mean,
Perfect.
you can just get like a PNG
I'm
of like
squeezing, but
cartoon
nothing's
poop
coming out.
and just make it a hotkey. Make it
Make
an
big shit
itemized
big.
hotkey.
I don't think he's coming out. Anyway, this video is gonna make me shit my feathers.
My feathers.
Shit my feathers.
Wait, Millie, you're a plant. Plants don't shit.
Do
I
plants
mean, Millie's a
create waste?
person-shaped plant, so, like,
person
we don't know what
shaped.
their organs are
That's
like.
true. That's true.
Right.
I don't know if plants actually release waste.
They do.
They do. The
Yeah.
plant sphincters. I mean, what?
I mean, it's not
isn't
plant
that
sphincters.
essentially
It
what, like,
actually.
sap and like.
No, that's like their blood,
No.
isn't it?
Yes, correct. Sap is a combination of how things move through the tree itself, and also
Blood.
acting as a
isn't-
means to close up wounds into the outer portions of the tree, similar to the way platelets work for us.
Isn't
but
oxygen
no, they
technically their waste? Like they
Correct.
release oxygen as waste.
correct.
They consume
So
carbon monoxide.
You
dioxide.
breathe in my farts.
Yes, and we live
Yeah.
off of them.
You eat my shits.
Your
breathe in my
farts
piss.
sustain us. We are sustained
Though,
by your
given
farts.
you're a Venus flytrap, I wonder if you also exude other types of gases.
Oh, you must.
No wonder
right?
if like methane and such like that, considering what I
Yeah.
would eat.
I might have to look into that.
I'll ask my GI.
We're gonna fall down a human plant hybrid biology rabbit hole here.
hmm
I'm here for it.
All right.
Okay, here it is.
In
Scary, scary.
Guadalajara, Mexico. It shows an orderly laughing and joking around for the camera when suddenly a mysterious dark figure walks by the window.
You mean
no, it's a dude in
another
a hallway.
hospital employee?
You mean an orderly? Like, okay.
As the person
Come
holding
on,
the camera
you gotta do
rushes
better.
to investigate, the two open the door and head into what appears to be an operating theater.
Why do you have your
Suddenly,
camera
the table
out?
begins to move for no apparent reason.
Slanted floor.
The startled pair quickly leave the room, and as they do, the camera holder does a full 360-degree sweep of the room. There's no one else in the room and no other door that the mysterious figure could have entered or exited from.
Come on,
What was
you
this
so you
shadowy
tell
figure?
us.
Could it have been the ghost of someone that passed away in this very operating room?
Bruh.
All right. My thoughts.
Bruh.
My thoughts is staged. All three people were in on it. The person who was filming, the person who was in the scrubs, and the person who walked by the door. Now, they walk in and they're like, oh, there's someone who's there. We need to walk into the room and see what's going on. And they walk in, and then the way that they pan and look around the room gives plenty of time for the other person to just walk behind them.
Behind
and out of
them.
the frame.
Yep.
Plenty of room for that. And then also the thing moving. I don't know. That's the only part that I want to see. I want to see that part again, just because.
I'm actually most upset at this video because of the way the narrator pronounced Guadalajara.
Also
He pronounced it Guadalajara? Really?
What did they seriously say? Guadalajara?
Guadalajara.
Okay, replay the whole clip. 'cause I
Replay
got
it. You gotta hear it.
Laughing and joking around for the camera.
Oh, you gotta go
when
back
suddenly a
further.
My bad.
Yeah. Okay.
This video was filmed in a hospital in Guadalajara, Mexico.
Guadalajara, Mexico.
What?
Bro.
See?
How the fuck did this
Guadalajara.
person have 3.46 million views and we don't even have that combined? It's-
Because this is the sort of person who attracts people who say it Guadalajara.
Oh
Yeah.
my God. Even if you don't
Tortilla.
speak-
These are the sort of people that say it tortilla.
like, how can you not have even heard of Guadalajara? It's like it's one of the most famous cities. It's like one of the biggest cities in Mexico. It's like,
Or if
Like,
it's
if people
based on
say
a
they
language
like-
you don't
I just
Sorry,
think
go ahead.
If you ask somebody to name 5 cities in Mexico, Guadalajara would probably be like number 4 after Mexico City, Tijuana, and Cancun.
It's Tijuana. That's how they
Tijuana?
pronounce
Tijuana.
it. Tijuana.
Well, like,
Ajuna.
and if you're doing a video where you're like gonna say the name of something from a language that is not your native language, all you have to do is Google how it's pronounced before you make the video.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Or I will say it is a known thing with content creators that they will intentionally mispronounce words like that specifically to drive engagement of people correcting them.
Don't give me
And
that.
that's probably our most likely
Oh.
option right there.
That is
Yeah.
probably the most likely one.
Yeah,
Yep. Rage
because
bait.
Because you're going to
comments-
have people who get real upset and then they're going to comment on it about it, yelling at them. And you know what? All the algorithm knows is engagement is engagement.
Yep,
That is a
you're-
fair
you're
point.
100% right. That's exactly why he pronounced it Guadalajara. Yep.
God damn it. We're doing this wrong. We have to
We're
do
doing
things
this wrong. We gotta piss people off more often.
Right?
Yep. Okay. I want to see that
open the
little
door
thing
and head
move.
into what appears to be an operating theater. Suddenly, a
So I like
table
how they call it a
begins to move for
theater.
No apparent
Like,
reason.
we're gonna watch shit in it for entertainment.
The startled pair quickly leave the room, and as they do, the camera reason
There's a door.
to be an operating theater.
They say there's no door to get
Suddenly,
out. There was a
table
door at the end.
Yeah, there is clearly a door.
There's a door to the left. As she turns the corner, you see the edge of the door that she could leave from.
Okay, so this thing.
Here. Ah.
Was this thing already moving? God, good fucking camera work. Just
I know, right? First of all, why do you have your phone out in the operating room at like you're working? Put it away. Although this is there might be different laws in Mexico, I guess.
In Guadalajara.
And Guadalajara.
Yeah, the
Well,
frame
yeah,
rate
low
is so
FPS
low,
of the
it's so
camera, low
blurry.
resolution.
The startled pair quickly leave the room, and as they do, the camera holder does a
Like, you
full
can barely
360
make out
reverse
anything
through
in the
room.
fucking,
There's no one else in the room,
with
and
all the
no other
motion
door
blur.
that the mysterious figure could have entered or exited from.
Lies.
Lies, and also, like, yeah, no,
What
it,
was this
and, like,
shadow
they
for?
poorly
literally
done.
just could
Could
have
it
gone
been the
behind the
ghost of
cameraman.
someone that passed away
Yeah.
in this very operating room?
I'm gonna call it a 1. I'm calling it a 1.
Yeah, no,
I'm
that,
gonna say 2, just because I'm not sure exactly how they moved the table.
person just nudged it as they were,
I bet it could have
as they were moving around. Yeah.
It could have a I mean, with that poor quality, you could have put some like fishing wire at the base of it and just yanked it as you walked in.
Shit,
the
with that-
person-
with that frame rate and resolution, you could have used a fucking 3-inch tether and we wouldn't have seen it.
Right?
They recorded it on a potato.
Jesus.
Not to mention, you would have access to very thin filaments in a hospital.
This is true.
Due to all the spiders. Right? Okay.
Yeah,
move on to
totally.
In 2015, a floating city appeared in
Oh.
the clouds above Foshan
Oh.
in the Guangdong province of China. It was
Oh, this is
witnessed
gonna
by
be
some
thousands of
atmospheric
people, and footage of the mysterious
I was about to
figure
say, wasn't
found
this
overload the
wasn't this
Chinese
proven to be a
news.
reflection?
Yeah.
Nice.
Many theories
It's
tried
cool.
to explain the strange city
Yeah.
in the sky. Some said it was part of a top-secret NASA-funded project known as Project Bluebeam.
Yo, those
technology
people are
that can
stupid.
reportedly project large-scale holograms into the clouds.
They don't understand how
Others
science works.
speculated that it could have been a
Oh, I
Captain
thought Project
Disillusion. I love
Bluebeam.
Captain
reality that opened for
Disillusion.
just long enough
I thought
to
they had
allow
actually were
start
like,
on
oh
the
yeah, no,
acoustic
NASA
influence of
spent
the
all
known
this
world.
money to build a
It was the first
McMansion
time
up in the
city in
sky. I was
clouds
like,
has been
oh,
seen
okay.
In 2011, this footage was
Yes,
taken in
Kinnear is
Huangshan
saying
City in China's
Captain
Anhui
Delusion
province.
actually did a video about this video.
What do you think these
Oh yeah, I
mysterious
fully
cities
believe
could
it.
be?
I love Captain
Are they an
Disillusion.
optical
Yeah,
illusion,
he's
government
pretty cool.
testing, or a gateway to another world? Let us
Or
know.
just
fucking
or
optical
just a
illusion.
fucking optical illusion. Yeah, it's
I
Yeah.
mean, that would be my first, like, your first guess as a human being has to be, oh, that can't actually be a city in the sky. That would be ridiculous. Who jumps to that first? Who's the first? Like, where's the person who's at their first thought? Like, oh shit, we're seeing a window into an interdimensional plane, rather than there's probably some sort of reflection thing I'm not understanding going on here, right?
Yeah. Like especially clouds in general do weird fucking shit. And there's a lot of phenomenon that are incredibly rare that like either are not well documented because of how rare the phenomena itself actually is, or it's just not talked about in the general public because of how rare it is, but it's thoroughly well documented.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it also could be a case of Fata Morgana, which is, but that's usually over like sea and stuff. It's like it's that mirage that makes it appear like a ship is floating in the sky. It's like a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Like yeah,
1.
So yeah, no, like honestly, it was probably just like I do know that Captain Disillusion did a video on it. I do not remember what the thing was, but I'm fairly certain it was just an optical illusion caused by light and shadow, like reflecting up into
Yeah.
the clouds.
No, clearly you see this ship here. This ship is floating
Mhm.
through
Floating.
the air and is
Totally.
is definitely a ship from another dimension
Mhm.
that is opened
Hey.
up due to government experiments in the clouds.
Ignore the fact that we
using
can't see the,
using that Nazi alien combination technology that they've been hiding for decades, you know.
Nazi
Yeah,
aliens
totally,
are the worst aliens.
We'll totally ignore the fact that you can't see the bottom of the ship or nothing.
Can't see it.
Yeah. So yeah, that one's just, and the thing is, all the explanation, like these people in the city. Well, no, I'm guessing the only person that saw it was a person who was filming, and the person who was filming probably knew exactly what was going on with the window. They were probably, it's just like,
Right.
Yeah.
it's a neat optical illusion.
Yes,
I
it's
give
a
it
very
But it
cool
is an optical illusion.
Right.
But I do like neat optical illusions, so I'm going to give it a 3.
Indeed.
I'll give it a 2.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with a 2.
I'll go
I'm
with a 3
feeling
just because
2.
I like optical illusions. And because I can definitely see how they would trip somebody up if they don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
Go in the comments section below.
Yes, on my comment section.
Yeah,
Well, that's
engagement.
The end of the episode. Thank you
Like hell,
so
I've
much for
seen
watching.
so many
Comments
people
section
like
below.
get
Let us know.
tripped out by
shit, real
fog.
demon photos. There's your people. There's your people,
this
Lilith.
one
Yes.
might be,
No.
Lilith, maybe
Let's
I
do
gotta-
that one.
No.
Well,
Oh no.
unfortunately,
No.
we've reached the end. We only do one video per episode. But
Oh,
hey,
okay.
maybe
I gotta convince you to do Nexpo on one of these
Hey.
sometime.
hey, I want y'all back on the show. You can come back and we'll do this video.
I'll
Oh,
come
God,
back.
Demon
no.
Photos that will give you
I
chills.
Fine, I'll do that one, but only if you agree to do a Nexpo video or two at some point as well.
And next,
I also would like to put in a vote for like cryptid videos.
Yes.
we'll do all
if
those
you-
kinds of things on this show.
If you look in the related sidebar, you can actually see one of Nexpo's videos.
Disturbing Things from Around the Internet, Volume 8.
That sounds.
Yes.
Yeah, I'd do that.
I actually, Nexpo is actually one of the channels that I follow and enjoy.
Hmm.
Yeah, cool.
I'll have to check it out.
There's a lot of great channels out there. Shrouded Hand is a good one. Lazy Masquerade is a good one. The fuck was that?
I thought that was
that?
you.
That might have been my
Dang.
roommate. I apologize.
It's like somebody's playing the recorder. Ghost
It's a
recorder.
mysterious ghost sound heard on.
Oh, interdimensional fourth graders are playing the recorder.
Duh.
Yes.
Well, thank you for inviting us on, Corvus. This
Oh,
is fun. I like
This
this.
was so much fun, and I hope to have all of you back on this show again.
I would-
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
this is not going
100%
to
do
be
it.
a show where I'm going to have a ton of rotating guests every week. I want to have kind of my group of all stars, which you three, the Draken Industries,
Nice.
and of course
Hey.
we got to get Susie on because
Yeah.
we adore Susie.
Susie.
Um,
Susie needs a hug.
Susie does need a hug. Rest in
Aw.
peace, Maeve. You were a good chick.
Oh,
Aw.
Cuddles.
And Butter. I loved Butter. Butter was such
Aw.
a good chicken.
Pour one out for the chicken homies if you
Or
have anything to pour out.
Go drop a stick of butter on the ground for Butter.
Butter for butter.
Yeah. Anyway, this is now a little section that we call plugs. Any
Woo.
Plugs?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Any of you got anything to
This is-
plug?
Don't ask Millie that.
I was about to say.
Don't ask Millie that.
I got something you can plug.
I hate you guys. I hate you guys. Hey, actually,
you guys.
buy one of those Millie candles. I got one. It smells really good.
Don't they smell great? I was
Yeah,
really
it's
surprised.
a really nice
Oh,
one.
I mean,
100%.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is related, but the soap, your Millie soap that you gave me at Offkai last year, big hit. Big hit with Tra.
Nice.
Yeah, we've
What's
gone through it.
the scent?
I don't
know how to
remember.
describe it.
It was
Oh.
good.
It's like black amber, lavender, and rosemary.
Yeah, it's
hell
really good.
yeah.
I don't know what black amber is supposed to smell like, but you know,
Blamber.
blamber. Oh, Black Betty.
Blam,
Oh,
blam, blam.
Oh, Black Betty.
I mean, the only thing I have to plug is that I'm working on. If you follow me, and I'm putting together my 4-year streaming anniversary stream, and I'm trying to come up with ideas because I'm gonna in the next week and a half I'm gonna do that. And so, if you have any ideas for things you'd like to see on that, it's not gonna be like a uncapped like streamathon or anything, but like if there's something you guys have been wanting me to stream, I am open to ideas. So just go to the Discord and send me a DM or go to the stream ideas thread and let me know what you think. So that's the only thing I have to plug.
Yeah, let's go.
Awesome. Can we delete that?
And I guess the only
bad
thing that I
message?
really have to plug is just my general streams, because I'm a variety streamer of various persuasions.
Persuasion.
Listen, I do anything my ADHD wants me to do. I am but a tool of the ADHD gods to speak through.
Mood.
But of course, I'm also
Relatable.
working on like 50,000 different side projects because I've got my chat pet that is constantly getting upgraded. I'm always making new like throwables and stuff for everyone to interact with. I got projects. I got projects on projects. It's a problem.
Yeah, and I keep adding more stuff to her projects.
It's fine. I love it.
I keep
See,
adding like
the thing
way
is
more
that-
shit.
See, the thing is that you commissioning me to do shit actually keeps me on task for things, because then I'm beholden to you to actually getting it done, and not like my own projects where I keep just kicking the can down the road and then get
Beholden
to
to
them in an
none.
ADHD and an ADHD fueled hyperfocus flurry where I don't sleep for 2 days.
That is fair.
Hey, Lilith, you still gonna work on that 3D
Hmm?
model for me? You still gonna do that for me?
What?
The 3D model.
Huh?
My VR chat model. Are you still gonna do that for me? We can
Yeah.
talk about that off stream. Okay.
Oh yeah, that's also a thing. Yeah. Don't worry. We will be doing that. I just haven't had a chance to actually sit down and work on the sketch thing yet.
Actually,
Don't
I have
worry.
some ideas for a sketch. So I might send you a little something.
Fuck yeah. Let's go.
Yeah, fuck yeah,
Ew.
let's go. Anyway, I guess that's all we have for this episode. Next Sunday, I don't know if we're doing Twig's Missing Movies or if I'm gonna do an episode of this. I don't know what I'm doing next weekend, but I want to do. Actually, next weekend is Championship Sunday, and the Eagles are playing. I know I'm gonna have to watch some football. Yeah, I know. I don't know what's going on next week, but hopefully sometime within the next 2 weeks, we're going to have an episode of something on this show. We'll figure it out. I like this show because I can throw it together in 10 minutes. All my other shows have so much effort involved in them. This show, just get a video and off we go.
Boo effort.
Yeah, I like it, and I hope you liked it. And if you're watching this on YouTube, put in the comments below what you thought of these videos. And like and subscribe and follow these 3 goobers. Links to their channels are going to be in the comments.
Heckin' goobers.
Yeah. All
So
right.
many goobers.
Anyway, everybody have yourself a great night, and we will see you next time.
Good night, everybody.
Bye.
Good night.
I like my spooky music. Gotta wait till the music ends before I get raid.
Gotta.
Nice.
You gotta complete